So, the trip of firsts. This is my first solo backcountry camping trip. My first solo backcountry canoe trip. My first backcountry photography trip. First canoe trip in this canoe. Yeah, lots of firsts. We're paddling into Nebula Lake from the Greta Road. I've never been in here. We had a ton of rain this week, and we had some snow this week, so water levels are up a little bit. There is a set of rapids down the river here that I'll have to walk. So I'll have to line the canoe down through the rapids, walking in the water. See how that goes. If the water's too high and the rapids are too fast, I may have to just turn around and come back. But we don't know until we get there. So we're gonna give it a shot, see what happens. Nebula Lake is a small little lake. Not a lot of features to it, but the end that I'm going to be coming in on is a nice crescent-shaped beach. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's not underwater. Check out the beach, find a campsite. I'm only spending one night. It's Saturday morning, and I've got to be back in and working Monday morning. So just a quick trip. Looking at about 11 kilometers paddle into the lake and 11 kilometers back out. Back out is upstream, so we'll see how that goes. Sure is nice to be out, I'll tell ya. Nice warm weather. It'll be great. Forecast is for clear skies, mostly clear anyway. Temperatures tonight are going to drop down to around 2 or 3 degrees. With any luck, that means we get some nice mist and fog in the morning. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Do a little fishing while we're out, a little relaxing, take some photos, bring it along with me, and see if I can kind of let you know what my thought process is and how I approach photography, landscape photography. And throw a little adventuring in there too. So, we'll see what happens. Well, we made it to the island, and just up here is where we're going to put the tent. Clean some brush out. Make myself a little trail to get back here, and we'll clean this up a little bit and put the tent in here. This little campsite, there's a second spot back a little bit further, so I'm just gonna clean some brush out of the way, pile some stuff up, get some of the stuff out of my way, and this is going to be home for the night. It's not a bad spot. A little bit of work, and it'll be a good little spot to be. It's been a while, obviously, since anybody stayed here, so a little bit of maintenance. And I've got a great spot down here by the water. Nice flat rock here to sit on. This view is the north sky, and over here is west, so sun's gonna be setting out across the lake from me. A great spot. I can sit here and watch the sunset, watch the night sky maybe, and then in the morning sun should come up right out that way. Well, figure for a canoe trip, the beer of choice today would be a Sleeping Giant Brewery Mr. Canoe Head. So we're gonna crack that open. It's about 6 o'clock, I guess, right now. Cleaned up the campsite, set up tent, and had some lunch. Late lunch. It was 2:30 or something, and I was just beat. So I just laid down in the tent for a couple hours and had a little bit of a nap, and I'm feeling great now. So I'm gonna sit down. We're gonna have a beer, and we're gonna watch the few puffy clouds that are out here pass. We're gonna watch the sun lower in the sky, think about some dinner, and think about a little bit of fishing, maybe a little canoeing. I don't know. I'll tell you, this is the first big canoe trip I've done solo. First big paddle this year, and my shoulders are feeling it. I don't know, but that's how she goes. Cheers. There you go. All right, so the first shot of the evening here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but the wind has died right off, so this bay is super calm. We've got the rock out here, and then these little grasses on the edge, and the reflection of the clouds. And I'm gonna try and use a wide lens and catch the reflection of the clouds here. I'm going to take most of the sky out, and have the grasses and the shrubs kind of drawing you in, pointing to the rock, and then the shore across the top to kind of block the top of the frame. That'll kind of top things off and keep the viewer inside my photo. And if I can get these little ripples to stop, it's not up to me. If these little ripples stop, those clouds reflecting in the lake will add a little bit of interest in the water. So I'm going to set up the camera and a shot, and we'll see what happens with it. All right, so we're almost there. Just a couple of little ripples left, but it's getting close. Camera's all set, composition's all dialed in. Check my settings, make sure that's perfect. And focus is all set. So all we're waiting for are those last little bit of ripples. You can see just a couple. And once those are gone, we're good to go. And you can see how that cloud is sitting right in the middle of that little U shape that all the vegetation and rock make there. It's perfect. It's exactly what I was hoping for. So we've just got a couple of little ripples left to go, and we'll be able to take a quick shot. There's some clouds in front of the rock. There's some clouds behind the rock, but nothing through it, which I really like. Makes for a nice clean photo. So We're going to take this shot. There's some ripples across the base, so I think I'm going to take this right away. We'll just double check, make sure our focus is good. Yeah, I like it. Looks great. Click. Get out of the way. There's the shot. And we'll check and make sure that it looks nice. We had nothing blowing out, I don't think. Oh, sky a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that again. I'm going to drop the exposure just a little bit. And we'll take that shot again before those ripples get here. Get out of the way. Make sure I don't have a shadow in the shot. And that should be good. Let's check it out. That looks pretty nice. Nothing blowing out at all. I got all my highlights and shadows in. You can see on the histograms here, there's a bigger one to look at. On this right hand side, there's nothing pushed up against the outside of the box, and then on the left hand side it's close, but none of that information is pushed off the side. So that just means that we got all the information in the shot that we can. None of that highlight detail or shadow detail was lost. So because it's a raw image, a raw file, I'll be able to play with that in Lightroom and kind of get the contrast that I want, get the color that I want, and make sure that it looks like this.